lot of good stuff going on. Taking a pretty easy month, just for the holidays. I have kids. A lot of the people I play with have kids. So we take it easy in the cold, depressing months.
Sure.
And go a little harder when it's nice and warmer because we're old.
Now, if you've never seen a Sex Coffee show, it's one of the most high-energy shows I've seen this past year. Seen you guys a few times, once over at Dusk, once over at the Lounge at FET. And, one of the things that there's a lot of great venues and rooms to play in Providence, and I'm not going to ask you which one is your favorite one, but tell us from your point of view from the stage, the different dynamics that go into a show when you're playing at different venues.
There's just too many variables. I mean, every stage poses its different set of concerns and pleasures, of course. First and foremost, you got to have a good sound guy, and we were kind of chatting about that earlier, with monitors and things along those lines. As long as you can hear yourself and the lights really aren't blinding you, you're going to be okay. I know for me personally, when I'm kind of in that pocket and doing my thing, and I got a light 4 inches from my head, and I'm starting to if I don't have a bottle of water soon, we're going to have an issue. That's pretty scary, and you just got to ride yourself through it. But stages, Dusk, the Parlor, FET, Lupo's, all great stages. All great stages.
It's cool.
Very good. Well, like you said, you do have a lot of you're taking the hiatus with one band. You're moving on, doing a lot more shows with the Dust Ruffles. Who are some of the bands that you like to work with? Who are some of the bands that have influenced you at this point? Is there a certain sound that you're going for, or is it just, all right, this sounds good at the time and let's do it?
That's a great question. I musically, as far as local bands, I kind of made my comeuppance with Room with a View, which later down the line turned into Pistol Shot Gypsy, which plays in to the equation somehow, but I'm kind of not at liberty to talk about it at the moment. Soul Shed, Room with a View, Schizo's Chant, Case 542, all the Foster era buildings. That's where, Pat Flanagan, from the Nymphadels, I played with Patty. As far as bands that influence me, bigger, national acts, I'm a straight rock and roll guy. I like the classic rock. And admittedly, my growing as far as listening to more rock and roll really stopped when things got really detuned and screamy. I need to hear the words. I need to know what the actual song itself is about. So you'll find me in the 60s, 70s, 80s, late 90s, and then...
That was another question I was going to ask you. What era, what type of music that you listen... When you're not playing, when you're not dealing with other bands, your own bands, what you actually listen to. I'm not going to ask you for radio stations because, of course, Rhode Island Free Radio is the ultimate radio station.
Absolutely. My total endorsement.
But if you had to put a genre, put your finger on it, it would have to be the classic rock then.
Absolutely. Lou Reed, man. I love Lou.
Lou is a very good...
Lou tells it like it is, dude. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
Okay. So if we were to pull out your iPod right now, we would see Lou Reed in your playlist?
You would definitely see Lou Reed, yeah. The Magic and Loss in the New York album. Definitely. You'd probably also find some Kiss.
Wow, really?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
I'm a big Kiss fan.
But I can tell you, one of my experiences this year, and I appreciate that you and Nick gave me even access to your private room at the FET, seeing you guys prepare and getting ready for a show, and that's just what I was able to see. And I know there are countless hours that you guys practice, record, that I think some people that show up every night to see a live band just don't appreciate. But seeing that preparation hours before the show, Nick making sure his drum heads are all tight and they sounded proper, and you gearing up your guitars, getting ready to go on stage, and just getting into a mindset, getting focused and getting into a zone. That was really a cool experience for me that night. So I appreciate you letting me have access to that.
It was definitely cool having you down there. Preparation is everything. And people really, when you're playing for a packed house, or if you're playing for the people in the bands that are also playing on the bill with you, the musicians get it. They know what it really takes to do what we do, to do it to our best. What the people really don't see on a mass scale are the countless hours of practice and repetition. You know, playbacks and listening, conversations about songs, structure, development, lyrical, composition. Being in two bands is more than a full-time job for me. It's really it's my life. It's my outlet, it's my happiness, it's my tears, it's the whole gambit. And it's a lifestyle. It really is a lifestyle.
That's cool. I think when we come back in our next segment, I'd like to hear about that structure and what takes place in a practice room.
Okay.
What goes on when you guys are in the process of maybe writing some music, writing the lyrics, writing the music, preparing to go into the studio. That whole process is fascinating to me. I'd like to touch upon that when we come back.
Okay. Actually, the song that we're leading out with is something that you guys, from what I understand, are holding near and dear. This has a lot of meaning. Tell us a little bit. First tell us the song, and tell us, the background on it.
At this point, I think I can safely say that this next song is probably our swan song. This song, and I assume it's going to be Inside of Me.
Yes,
right?
it is.
That song is about cancer. And cancer and sickness touch a lot of people every single day. But when it hits close to home, whether it be family or band members, it just gets way too intense and personal. This song was written for Sex Coffee singer Ruth, who is a cancer survivor. And the words, you can pretty much understand what's going on.
Okay.
And I hope if you give it a listen, try and understand the meaning behind everything that we're doing.
Well, with that, we're going to lead off to Inside of Me, Sex Coffee. You're listening to MyNightOut Radio on Rhode Island Free Radio.
inside of me. protect me from the choices I have to face. So I can't be find a cure. I need something more. So what are you waiting for? Show me who you really are. Deep inside of me, I told you to go, 'cause you're not taking me. And if it's hell you bring and it's closing in, I will fight to live until I'm strong and I'll heal all the wounds deep inside of me.
ProvidenceNightOut.com is a one-stop destination website where you'll discover a comprehensive guide of everything that the Providence area has to offer. Nightlife, entertainment, dining and dancing, community and family events, and so much more. Download the free app called MyNightOut. It's ProvidenceNightOut.com.
I'll tell you a story, tell you about Copper. His love got on a train and he didn't try to stop her. I'll never be happy, so I will not try. I'll sit on the tracks and wait my turn to die. He has nothing to live for, he's waiting for the end. He'll never be happy, he won't try to pretend. He set his heart on a train a long time ago. Dreams of being happy but doesn't have a hope. Eat, drink, and be merry. I don't think I'll try. Why bother to live if we're all going to die? Maybe I'll be happy, my time has not come yet. But with just one bullet, I can just forget.